All right, welcome everybody to our UB Succeed live session. This is the 23rd day of April 2025, and we are continuing to talk about success. Remember, UB Succeed is our focus, succeed. What does it mean to succeed? So success. So from the beginning of the year, January, February, March, I've been making the point that there is an inner success and there's an outer success. And an inner success is about relationships, and an outer success is about relationships. So what we are talking about here is connection. If you try to have the outer connection with people, things, and experiences, and you don't have an inner connection, that does not result in true success. True success is feeling based. It's vibration based. True success. It's energy based. So there's a lot of people who don't know what inner success is. I mean, I myself didn't know what was inner success until I came to know what is inner success. And now I have pursued inner success first before we can pursue outer success. See, so success, inner success and outer success, inner relationships, outer relationships, inner connection, outer connection. So inner is like internal, within, and outer is external, outside. So people usually seek to have something or some experience with something or with somebody. This is how it usually is. People either want a job, or they want money, or they want a partner, they want a spouse, they want children, people want a house, people want a car. People want a lot of things in the world of form. What we would say, if you had what you wanted in the outer world of form, that would be success for you. Outer world of form means money. It's got a form. It's in the physical world. A partner is a physical body, usually form. A car, resources, assets. People want a house, a living space. So this is what usually people want, not only possessions, but they want to be able to do something like travel the world. It's an activity or an experience, an outcome. People want to write a book. People want to do all kinds of things, learn to cook, whatever. It's a form. People say, when I have that, when I possess that person or possess something, or when I'm able to do something, if I'm able to do something, finish that book, achieve an objective in the world, start an organization, whatever it is, when I'm able to do something, lose weight, this is success. Either something I possess or something I can do. Some title, maybe when I become Mrs. So-and-so or the mother of so-and-so, or if I become the president, or if I become the president of the ladies group, whatever it is. Becoming something, a title. If I get a PhD, if I get a master's degree, this is success. So I'm saying to you that you cannot really have outer success, as appealing as it may seem, because that's what people think. If I only had that, I'd be so happy. If I only achieved that, I'll be so happy. This is what people think is success, and they are referring to usually outer success, which by itself, if you just have outer success and you don't have inner success, it's questionable. Do you really have success? A lot of people want certain things. I want a new laptop, I want a new whatever, new clothes, I want new, People want things, and when they get it, it doesn't hit the spot. And sometimes when people get things, they regret getting it. Sometimes people want to be in a relationship, They think they know who's the right person for them. They pursue that person, or they want to be pursued by, and they get that, and then they realize, oh no, made a mistake. You only know a person when you live with them, for example. So a lot of times people are in their heads. They have an idea that something in the external world, somebody in the external world, a body in the external world, something different in the world of form, in the world of conditions. If current conditions only changed and I got rid of something or somebody, or got rid of something from somebody, if current conditions only changed, if somebody came into my life who was the way I wanted them to be, or if my life was the way I wanted it to be, I'd be so successful. A lot of people assume that's success. They are pursuing an external success. As long as I get paid so much a month, every month I get a salary of so much. Every month if I pay my rent, pay my bond, if I pay my car, if I pay my bills, that's success. People have this kind of quantifiable thing in the world of form. Something or so much of something. If I only had that, I'll be happy. People say that, right? I'll be happy. What will make me happy? Somebody, something, somebody and something changing, getting rid of something and somebody, getting rid of something and from somebody, getting somebody with something. We constantly looking into the world of form, thinking, I got my money now, I got my pension plan. I got my pension plan, and so on and so forth. I was saying that people have a tendency to look into the world of form. They have a tendency to look into the conditional world, the world of conditions. We tend to look at what our eyes can see, and we start thinking, maybe if I had this or that somebody else has, then I'll feel happy. Maybe if I got rid of something that I have that other people don't have and get rid of it, I'll be happy. So I'm saying to you that kind of thinking is really an error. There is outer success. There is when you have people, things and experiences. There is that. But it only follows inner success. Only if you have an inner success where you feel secure, you feel okay, you experience spiritual joy, you joyfully express yourself, you joyfully apply yourself, you enjoy applying yourself, you are choosing what is pleasing to you, you choose to live your life, enjoying your life. When you are in that state of good feeling, that's got nothing to do with people, things and experiences, that's the only time people, things and experiences can suit you and serve you into being happier. So, real outer success is happierness. Happier, happierness, Ness. Outer success doesn't make you happy. Outer success doesn't make you secure. So, who is really going to be successful in an outer sense, in an external sense? Who is going to have people, things, and experiences and really be pleased with it? Are people who are secure and they are selfful, people who are spiritually in joy and psychologically joyful and enjoying their lives without people, things and experiences. If you can feel a natural good feeling without people, things and experiences, if you can support living a life of feeling good naturally, right? Natural, the key word here is natural. Natural good feeling and feeling good naturally. Natural. When somebody is not into natural good feeling and feeling good naturally, and they think that a man, a woman, something or another, if I had this, more of that, if I have that, less of that, if I had forms, if the form changed, if the form in my life was different, then I'd be happy. That is an illusion. So we're talking about success here. What is real success? Inner worldly success, outer worldly success, and after worldly success. Right? We're talking about real, true living a life that is experiencing of God's good for you in this world through your death and beyond. That's what we're talking about here. We're talking about a life that is satisfying, fulfilling, pleasing, pleasant, pleasurable. Notice the pleasing, pleasant, pleasurable. Enjoying a pleasing, pleasant, pleasurable life. So again, the main point in this success teaching is to understand. First, there's an inner success that can lead to a really, truly beneficial outer success. A really beneficial outer success. A success that is a real outer success. If you're not into your inner worldly success, if you're not into your inner worldly success, if you're not into feeling good while you're here, natural good feeling good naturally, and you start thinking, something in the world will change and I won't feel bad anymore. Something in the world will change and I'll feel happy now. That is an illusion. So I trust you get that. Are you getting that? Are you understanding that most people are looking for something in the world, and even when they get it, it doesn't hit the spot, because inside of them there's no natural good feeling and feeling good naturally. It's extremely important to first feel good without people, things and experiences. That good feeling is security, joy, spiritual joy, ease, okayness, expansion, well-being. If you can experience well-being first, before anything, and well-being, security, faith has got nothing to do with anybody or anything in the world. It's got nothing to do with us. It's got nothing to do with anybody else. Well-being is a natural state. It's a state of security. It is a state that people who are aware will experience. If you are unaware, if you're unconscious, if you're living subconsciously, if you're not experiencing, you will never experience the natural state of well-being that is a good feeling that's got nothing to do with conditions of the world. It's got to do with the creator of the world. So what I'm saying is your inner natural good feeling begins with well-being. Well-being. If you don't have well-being, if you don't have security, if you don't feel good, that's got nothing to do with this world, and then you look to the world to feel secure, to feel okay, that's a position of neediness. That's a position of addiction. A lot of people think, I don't feel okay. You know why? Because of somebody or something in my life. That is a lie. That is a lie. You don't feel good, well-being, which is a natural state, because you're operating unconsciously and subconsciously. You are operating from a lack of awareness, and thus there's a lack of experiencing a natural good feeling. So what we are talking about here is a multidimensional good feeling. Multidimensional means beyond time and space, beyond the body, beyond form, non-physical. You must feel non-physically good. You must feel good that's got nothing to do with the physical world. If you identify with your mind and your body, you start thinking that feeling good is a function of eating food, having sex, whatever it is you might think the body needs, and when it gets it, it'll be happy. The body can be satisfied in terms of its preferences and desires, and that is called happiness. You can be supported in this world, in the world of form, with form, in happiness, not in happiness, not in security. Security has got nothing to do with this world and anything and anybody in it. Security has got to do with your relationship with your Creator. It's got to do with you being aware that you actually are already okay. So true success in the world, which involves people, things and experiences, outer success, it involves outer success. But it's not exclusively outer. It involves. So you can have a success in this world that is characterized by, I'll use the word, happierness. People, things, and experiences can serve you in happierness. If you are experiencing happierness, you are outer-worldly successful in a real sense. If you're not experiencing happierness, but you have something, thinking it's going to make you okay, thinking it's going to make you feel secure, that's not happierness. It's not real success. If you have something in the world, thinking it's going to make you happy, that's not really happiness. You know, happiness, as I'll explain to you, is a function of your wellness. If you are in your well-being and you're feeling good, that's got nothing to do with the world or form. It's got nothing to do with you or any created. It's got nothing, your security is a function of God, the one universal power because of whom we are and we continue to be. With the awareness of God, you'll experience assurance. If you're not aware of God, and you think about money, a person to look after you, or you to look after them, or you're going to look after you, if you don't experience being taken care of by God, if you don't experience us all being taken care of by God, if you're not aware that there's only God who created, we are His creation in His care, we are the favored creation of God. If you're not aware what I am, what you are, is a favored creation of God, then there's no security. If you don't realize you have God, absolutely valuable, if you're operating unconsciously, subconsciously, and you don't know you have God, the ultimate, one and only, unique supporter, who created the world supportive, if you are not aware that you are now already supported, you now have all the support you really require. God is the absolutely valuable. You have the one who is absolutely valuable right now. You have. You might not be aware of God. You might not be aware that you have God. You might not be aware the support that God is. You might not have the relationship that you could have with God. And so, you might not be experiencing expansion within your being. You might not be feeling the energy of ease, that you are supported, that you are sorted, that you are supplied. You might not be feeling that energy of ease. You might not be feeling that energy of being pleased. You might not be feeling that energy of peace, salam, shalom, shanti, samadhi, saturai. You might not be experiencing innocence, freedom, okayness, assurance, reassurance, assurance, unconditional joy. You might not be feeling or experiencing that in the remembrance of God, hearts experience assurance. You get what I mean? So if you are connected, if you are experiencing the universal supporter, and you're experiencing awareness of the universal support system, then you will feel within your being the experience of ease, that I don't need anything now. I have all the support I require. The earth is spinning. I'm breathing in this moment. There's air entering into my nostrils, entering into my lungs, being pumped through the bloodstream by a heart that is beating, is reaching every cell of my body. And every cell of my body is using that oxygen. And every cell of my body is producing carbon dioxide. And that carbon dioxide is like the blue blood in the veins. The red blood is the oxygenated blood, the oxygen-rich blood. When you breathe in that oxygen, and it goes into your lungs, and if you're not smoking and all that sort of thing, you haven't damaged your lungs, through the alveoli, it easily goes through into the bloodstream, and pumped by the heart. The red arteries, the arteries are blood vessels, they appear red because they're rich in oxygen, and they're going to all the cells of your body, including your brain. And what leaves the cells is carbon dioxide, deoxygenated blood, or carbon dioxide dead blood. I mean, it's moving through your veins, appearing blue, and going back into your lungs. And when you're breathing out, you know what I mean? That's carbon dioxide you're breathing out. When you breathe in, the oxygen goes in. You breathe out. So some of us are completely unaware and oblivious of how valuable the oxygen is to us. You get what I mean? I think like money, car, house, a man, a woman, whatever. But you already have God, who created you, because of whom you are, and you continue to be a human being favored. You already are favored. You already exist. So notice the key word here, I already exist. I am supported in my existence. I am supported in my continued existence. You see, once you become aware of that, I am supported by God in my existence. I'm supported by God in my continued existence. I don't need to be supported in my existence. I already am supported in my existence. I don't need to be continued to be supported in my existence. I am already continued to be supported. I have the support. So we spoke about relationships, connections, and another word that you can put in alongside relationships and connections is support. 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 These are important words. Relationship, connection, support. So somebody who starts realizing as an adult, wow, how much is the air? How much you're paying for the air? Can you ever buy the air that you're breathing? No. Unless we poison and pollute the air and somebody's selling air, maybe. But the air is free, and the air is required for us to live, for every cell in our body to function healthily. Hold somebody's breath or your own breath for a few minutes and see what happens. They start turning blue. You know what that means? No support. The air is not going in. There is air, but it's not going in. I've had friends who've damaged their lungs. I was one of those who were damaging my lungs over 25 years ago. 1997, I think it was, I stopped smoking. Damaged their lungs. Plenty air, but their body's not getting that oxygen. So they're unconscious, right? If you're unconscious, you'll deny the oxygen. And you'll just smoke and damage your lungs, and you don't realize, you know what? That oxygen has to get into my body and every cell. The lungs is the way it gets in. If you were conscious, you would never smoke a cigarette. If you are conscious, if you are aware. If you are aware of the value of oxygen, if you are aware of oxygen and the value of oxygen and what it does for you, and you valued oxygen, you valued being alive, you would never smoke a cigarette in your life. Get what I mean? So people don't know the value of God, absolutely valuable. They don't recognize the value of what God has given us. The sunlight allows the trees to produce oxygen, allows the trees to take in the carbon dioxide that we give, supports life on earth. So you see, no amount of car, house, money, husband, wife, child, career, whatever, is going to be more valuable than God and His will for us and this universal support system. So inner success begins with awareness, the relationship, the connection, the recognition of the support that you already have. You already have this support. And hence you can feel secure. You get what I mean? This supporter, universal creator, and the support he has given to us, nobody can give us, nor can we give them, nor can any one of us give us the support that God has given us and continues to give us in existing. You understand? We are supported in existing beyond any which way we can support our existence for ourselves and for each other. We can't. So if somebody grasps that, see, if somebody becomes aware and conscious and super conscious, somebody starts realizing, I'm a human being in the best of molds, with all kinds of different teeth, incisors, canines. These are cutting teeth. These are tearing teeth. Then there's grinding teeth, even more grinding teeth. Nobody could ever think about that and give us that. You're born toothless, and then you get your milk teeth. Before that, you didn't even have gums in your, when you were conceived and all that. And then you get milk teeth, and then where did they come from? And then you get meat teeth, permanent teeth. Where do they come from? From God. Do you understand? We didn't have a form. The father impregnated your mother with his sperm. There was a sperm and an egg cell that created a zygote. And then there was these processes. There was no teeth, milk teeth, nothing. And next thing there's a baby. And next thing, we didn't do that. Your mother and father, besides enjoying being together that time when you were conceived, hope it was enjoyable for them. Apart from that, they didn't form you. They didn't give you teeth and milk teeth and meat teeth and eyes, and they didn't give you that. You get what I mean? There's a power. There is a power. If you will become aware of it. See? If you live unconsciously, subconsciously, just living in this world like how people have lived and are living, you're not going to have this relationship, this connection, this expansion. Because the moment you realize we have God who created us and continues us, cares for us and considers us, champions us and cherishes, the moment you become aware, I need nothing to be, I already exist. I need nothing to continue to exist. I already have God who has caused me, who continues me, and He cares for me. Look, I got teeth. Look, I got eyes and color vision. Look, I got hair still, mostly black, by the way, undyed, fingers. I have a brain to reason. You see, nobody sat me down and told me these things. I didn't learn it in school in the way that I'm teaching you. Of course, I learned science in school and university and all that. But nobody told me to become aware. People just answer the questions in the book, oxygen, carbon dioxide, and carry on, right? This reasoning mind God gave me. God gave me a mind to reason. Not my father, not my mother. God gave me a reasoning mind, gave me the best of molds. I'm favored. We are the highest life forms on earth. Now, if you can't recognize that, right, if you can't recognize that, if you don't want to recognize that, you will never feel secure ever, and you'll never ever have a really successful outer success life. You'll never. It's impossible. Anybody who denies God, I'm not speaking religiously, I'm speaking as a matter of fact that there's a relationship that we can have with our Creator and His will in our favor, the universal support system, that when we remember God and we remember His favors upon us, remember the Quran says Satan stands on the path and he doesn't want you to remember. Satan wants you to be a denier of God, right? Wants you to live thinking husband, wife, children, parents, money, job, pension, whatever. Car, house, food, clothes. I'm reminded what the Bible says. Jesus says in the Bible, not concern yourself with what you eat, what you drink, or what you wear. But first seek ye the kingdom of God and all its righteousness, and all these things will be given to you. Don't worry yourself about survival. Experience faith in God, and these things will be added into your life. They'll come to you. And that's what we're talking about here. In fact, I'm going to be splitting our time together in 2 parts. And I'll explain to you just now the 2 parts. But I'm just getting you understanding that if a man or a woman doesn't have faith, and if they don't conduct themselves as an adult, then there's no outer satisfaction for them, and there's no blissful return. They will always be looking in the world for security, and there's no security to be found in the world. That is shirk. That is association of partners with God. That is taking the world of creation as power projection, attribution of significance, exaggerations of importance, suggestions of season. You're making something in the world valuable. Nothing in the world is valuable. You can value the things of the world. You can appreciate the things of this world. You can value, I can say, I value a lovely jacket in winter. I value a lovely car that suits me. I value a home to live in. I value a husband who is somebody I look forward to being with and enjoying time together. You can value all the forms of the world. But people who are insecure, they don't value the forms, the outer success. They make the outer world valuable. They project power. And so they will never have an outer success. Nobody who denies God will have an outer success. Those who fail to remember God, the scripture tells us, theirs is a depressed life. You can have all the money, have all the things, have all the men, women, have all the sex, have all the houses, but there is no satisfaction there. There's no enjoyment there. There's no happiness there. So only those who feel secure now, who have a relationship, a connection, an experience of security, already secure, feeling secure now. I call it well-being. Only those who experience well-being now. It's got nothing to do with the things of this world. From your well-being, your okayness, your security, you have the first and most important relationship of inner success, natural good feeling good naturally. It's got nothing to do with anything of the world. It's got to do with your awareness of who you are. A creation of God in the care of God. God the favoring, aware of God, the actual. And that you have the absolutely valuable. And what you have with God, nothing and nobody in the world comes anywhere close. Nothing and nobody in the created world has value to you, is valuable to you as God is valuable to us. God alone is absolutely valuable. And we have God. We have His caring and consideration. We have His championing of us, His cherishing of us. We have Him calling us to the path, strengthening us in the path and cheering us along the way. We already are the favored creation of God. You're just not aware of it, right? If you're not. And you're not experiencing that spiritual joy. So people who don't feel that spiritual joy of, you know what, I know what I am, I know where I am, I know who I am, I know what's going on here, I know the compassion and love of God upon me, I'm supported by God, I'm sorted by God, I'm supplied by God. There really is no problem. I don't need anything, nothing is needed. I'm not needy, I'm not greedy, I'm okay without anything and anybody because I have God. But God, I have Him to protect me, progress me, and prosper me. God has already given me potentials and possibilities. He breathed His Spirit into me. I am feeling secure. Secure means movement. One who is aware of God, experiencing God consciousness, experiencing God as sufficient, that's how your inner success starts. Inner world success. Do you understand? Are you getting this? If you all can find the thumbs up or any kind of signal to tell me, you'll understand me. You are getting this. You are getting to understand why nothing and nobody in the world is going to make you happier if you don't feel secure. Do you understand this? I don't know, maybe I'm not seeing it because I'm on Teams. Can anybody hear me? Let's start there.
Yes, we can hear.
Okay, thank you for that feedback. Do you all know how to send a thumbs up?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
Sending thumbs up.
Okay, so I'm not seeing it. Thanks for letting me know. So my view, I'm not seeing it, but you're sending it. I'm still getting used to using this Teams. All right, so good. At least I'm feeling heard. Thank you for talking to me. Sometimes I get lonely when I'm talking here. I'm thinking I'm talking to myself, but you're confirming you are there. So, okay. So you're getting it, right? Inner world success begins with the relationship with your Creator, begins with the relationship of the supportive nature of life, begins with you aware and experiencing having enough oxygen, having enough sunlight, having enough food growing, everything is happening, everything is working out in the world. We don't really have a problem. We created with worth, we created with worthiness. There's no guilt, there's no shame, there's no lack, there's no incompletion. You are not incomplete. The world is not incomplete. God created you complete. We are all complete. The world is complete. There's no lack. Havingness of God starts the real success. Havingness of God. I have God. I have an existence given by God. I have a continued existence in this world through my death and birth. I exist. Now, most people, they don't know they exist. They're not happy to exist as the highest life form on earth, favorite creation of God, guided by God, not left, abandoned. Shown that there's only good news, there's natural good feelings, there's feeling good natural, there's peace, there's ease, there's being pleased, there's God's giving, God's forgiving. Woohoo! You know what I mean? So that's where it begins. If you come from the havingness of God, that is your well-being. If you come from the havingness of the caring of God, the havingness of the love of God, not saying my husband doesn't love me, my wife doesn't love me enough, my children don't love me, people don't love me. No, don't look in the world for security. You'll never find it there. Recognize you are loved by God. You are a loved creation of God. Experience it. Be willing to see it and accept it, affirm it, appreciate it. And you feel that energy of expansion. See? When you are in the mind with Satan and you're thinking, and you're thinking, one day I'll be married, I'll be happy. One day I'll make more money, I'll be happy. One day in the future. That's Satan whispering to you. Because right here, right now, you can feel the natural good feeling of I am supported in my existence. I exist. I don't have to do anything to exist. I don't have to do anything to continue. I exist. How many of you value existing? Imagine if you didn't exist. I don't know if you can imagine such a thing. I'm happy that I exist. I exist. I have a God-given existence. This is well-being. I have a God-given existence. People don't value their existence as human beings, the highest life form, favored creation of God. The potentials and possibilities we've been given, the Spirit of God. People don't value that. I'm a human being. I have sight, hearing, smell, taste, touch. I can reason. I have memory. I have these two things I think about, and I always laugh when I think. I just keep it for myself. I don't tell anybody. These two jokes I have with myself. And anytime I feel like I need a laugh, I remember these two jokes. and I laugh. I don't want to tell it to you. They're my inside jokes. So I have these 2 jokes that I can always tell myself. And every time when I laugh, it never ceases to amuse me. I like amusing myself, by the way. So when I amuse myself and I laugh and I think, wow, God gave us the opportunity to laugh. We can laugh. We can find something funny. A sense of humor. God gave us a sense of humor. Thank you, God, I have a sense of humor. If you don't appreciate things like memory, speech, communication, sense of humor, hearing, sight, if you don't appreciate these things, you would Satan. You would Satan. If you don't feel good about these things, I'm telling you nicely. I'm not telling you, criticizing you. I was there where I said, no, I need that woman. I need that in my life. Without it, I feel like killing myself. I have nothing without her. You know what I mean? I've been there. Today I laugh at myself. I'll add that to the 3rd joke. The other 2 I won't tell you. But I'll tell you the 3rd joke is how I was thinking and feeling 30 years ago. When my campus sweetheart broke my heart. Suicidal is how I felt. But, I'm just saying that it's a joke today because I can see, imagine if I couldn't, I can hear, I can smell, I can taste, I can touch, I can reason. I have different teeth to perform different eating functions. I have a tongue to taste. All these things are priceless. Take that woman away from me rather than taking one taste bud away from me. You have 6 different, sensations on the tongue. 6. Bitter, sweet, sour, astringent, salty. I forget the other one. This is what we have. And here I was with Satan thinking I need another human being to be happy. But I was denying what I had. So we can all feel, if you want to, stop worshipping Satan. You can all really feel joy right here, right now. I know your parents didn't demonstrate this. I know that your teachers didn't demonstrate this. I know that your religious leaders didn't really demonstrate this. They might have told you this as a lecture. And you might have heard it as a lecture. Like you should not feel bad. You should feel good. I'm talking about actually feeling it, actually experiencing it. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Every finger, every toe, every joint I have, every muscle I have in my body. I can do that. I can look left, right, that's eye muscles. I can look all over. You understand? I'm very grateful. I'm happy now with what God has created me as a human being, with a mind, ability to reason, with a heart, ability to feel affect. I can laugh, I can smile. So, you see, this is what I'm telling you. Inner world success starts with the relationship with God. The relationship with the universal support system. Being aware that you are supported, you sorted, you supply. Experiencing the ease. Experiencing this, that you are physically in a world of oxygen atmosphere with oxygen in it. Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen. There's a lot of oxygen in it. And that oxygen is in the world, inside your body, in your cells. It's all here. Now, you have it. Your body is trillions of processes are happening for me to be able to talk to you and smile and share this with you. Trillions and trillions of processes are taking place in my body, in the world, on the earth, in the universe. We have nothing to do with that. God has everything. You, your husband, your wife, your mother, your son, your daughter, your future husband, future wife, whatever. The house you live in or you want to live in, the car you drive or you want to drive, or the money you have had or you have or you want to have. It's got nothing to do with God's design of us, this world, in service of us, being pleased. including putting people, things, and experiences in this world, all available for us. You get what I mean? Who will stop worshipping Satan and stop being distracted by the outer world of form and choose to become aware and experience? That person will experience well-being, a natural state. Whether you have a person, don't have a person, you have a car, you don't have a car, you have money, you don't have money, you can experience your natural state, inner good feeling, well-being. So the 7 spiritual practices are really practices that you can engage in that can allow you to experience a greater expansion. A greater expansion. You can experience a natural good feeling if you have not a single cent, not a single person loves you and adores you, not a single person wants you. You have nothing. You can be blind, but you exist. You exist. You exist as a favorite creation of God, loved by God in this moment. God is available to you. He hears you and He responds to you. If you're a believer, you're aware of that, you're multidimensional. You have God to heal you. You have God to cleanse you, purify. You have God to protect you, progress you, prosper you. Now, that's what we cover in the Believer's Refuge training. But again, there's no world success, outer world success, that doesn't begin with an inner world success. So I have to mention that. The more secure you are, the more spiritual joy you'll feel. You feel good now. You'll be so happy, with sight and hearing. You'll be like, people think you won, the lotto. If you say, I'm so happy I can see without glasses too. I'm so happy I can hear without hearing aid. I'm so happy I got my own teeth in my mouth. Woohoo! I'm so happy. My own hands and fingers. My own mind and reasoning, my memory. It's like I won the lotto. So in today's world, if somebody is happy like that, they look at you strangely because what? What you won? What you got? Money. Got married. Got children. Children did well. Children are paying you money. What? But they can't understand that within their own experience, there's a spiritual joy to be felt. That's got nothing to do with anybody and anything in the world. It's got nothing to do with the creation. It's got everything to do with the Creator. Are you getting this? The inner good feeling, the inner world success begins with the connection, the relationship with God, His will for us in this world that the world is created supportive. I'm going to come back to this because to experience that ease, to experience that being pleased is boosting that inner peace, that innocence, that freedom, that lightness of being. That spiritual joy is a lightness of being. It's priceless. 30 years ago, you can imagine how heavy I was. I was very heavy. Energetically speaking, low density. Low density. Heavy means low density. Do you know any low density people? I was one of them. When you're around them, you feel really drained. When they talk, you just feel, oh my God. Do you know any low density people that you feel drained and depleted around them? It's just that the energy is very low. There's shame, there's guilt, there's fear, there's anger, there's hatred, there's jealousy, there's no innocence, there's no freedom, there's no joy, there's no okayness, there's no security, there's no assurance, reassurance, insurance, there's no good feeling, there's no spiritual joy, there's no faith, there's no God awareness. See, enlightened. You start feeling light. Higher density awareness. You're not in the left brain, in this world, identified with the body and the mind. You are in the non-physical, experiencing the connection that is natural, your well-being. That is your well-being. It's a natural state. It's got nothing to do with having money or not. Whether you have money or not, whether you have a person or not, whether you have a car, house, a possession or not. It's got nothing to do with you, what you do, what you possess, what you don't do, what you don't possess, what titles you have, what titles you don't have. Whether you're a street sweeper or it won't work. It's got nothing to do with you. It's got nothing to do with this world. It's got to do with God. You are secure because God created you secure. And you can experience that you are in fact secure. You are in fact okay. You can experience your well-being. Now I have explained this to you. I've explained this to you. Either in Blissful Living or in the TBR or in the Friday lectures. I've explained this to you. But what I didn't explain to you, that I'm explaining to you tonight, is wellness in more detail. Wellness. By now, I trust you get well-being. It's a natural state of feeling good naturally. It's what you were created to experience at a standstill. But your mind, when you worship Satan, takes you into emotions. I'm not enough. There's not enough in the world. I'm not complete. The world is not complete. I'm in lack. I need more. When I have something in the world, I need it to feel okay. When I have it, I'll be okay. If I don't have it, I won't feel okay. You worship Satan, things in your mind, ideas lead to emotions, lead to reactions, and you become heavy. Relief, safety, and excitement seeking. But if you become aware, if you stop worshipping Satan, and you realize right here, right now, I'm a creation of God in the care of God. Right here, right now, God is loving us all. We're already favored by God. We're given His Spirit. We're given everything we require. We're given everything we desire. What we have now is more valuable than anything we're going to have in the world. If you get that, you have a good handle hold, the Quran says. It's a good firm hold. If you got that, you are holding on. You are there. You understand? Your well-being. Because a lot of people think, you know what? The world, this, that, without I need this, I don't have this. They don't know they're robbing themselves right here. That even somebody without a cent, somebody who's sick, somebody who's ailing, right here, right now, can experience the natural state of well-being. That's what they are, secure, but they're unaware of it. Through the mind, they're feeling insecure. I saw that thumbs up. Thank you. So, well-being. It's got to do with your inner world success. If you have this connection with God, the connection with God where you feel okay, and you realize what God has given me, what I already have God, and what He has given me, and this world is created support of what we have in the world. Nothing in the world is a substitute. Nothing in the world is a substitute. The system this world is working, nothing moving around, a man, woman, money, whatever it is, car, house, whatever is in this world is no substitute. What we have now is more valuable and precious than anything we're going to have in the future. And you feel that. And you can ground yourself in that. You're a believer. You're secure. You've got your spiritual joy. You're grounded in your inner worldly security, in your okayness. You're not going to look to the world to feel that okayness. You're not going to look to people to feel that okayness. You're not going to look to the world of people, things, and experiences for security, for okayness. You're going to feel that connection with God. You're going to feel that expansion from left brain into the right brain. Your brain hemispheres are synchronized. Your brainwave patterns are alpha, theta, and delta. Your brain and your heart is synchronized coherence. When you are, it's like how I'm feeling now, right? You walk in the world like this. You're a believer. You're moving at a different level of awareness, a different level of consciousness. You're operating differently. You're living differently. Believers and the non-believers are not the same. Do you understand? Believers and non-believers are not the same. Inner world success begins with your connection and your relationship to God and His will for you in this world, or the universal support system. You have God and you have His will in your favor, the universal support system. You are caused to be and continue in being through your death and beyond. You're a favored creation of God, even given guidance to show you where you are astray. God is not only the giving of guidance, but He's also the giving of forgiveness. He's giving, forgiving. You understand? If you got that security, you will never turn to the world of work, money, people, anything for them so that you can feel okay. You will be coming from feeling okay, from security, from spiritual joy. You will look at the world out there, See, if you are not in the state of spiritual joy and you're looking at the world out there, you're going to have a very perverted relationship with the world. And that's why there are a lot of people who are looking for the things of this world, thinking they got success, but they don't really have success because they're turning to the world for okayness and security, which they already have, but they're not going within, experiencing, having God and that good feeling. They're trying to fill that empty void with something in the world. It doesn't work. The empty void is their own mind denying God and the favors of God. The emptiness, the void in them is their denial of havingness of God, havingness of everything they require, everything they desire. They don't know what they are and how they're given, they're complete, they have. So they're looking to the world to feel good. And no amount of anything. They think maybe I'll make the first 100,000, the second 100,000, the first million, the second million. Not enough, not enough to hit the spot. I'll get married. Maybe that didn't work. I'll have children. No, that didn't work. I'll have grandchildren. That didn't work. Start thinking, what's next? Something, the mind will tell you something is missing in the world, man. That's why you're not in your joy. In the meantime, there's nothing missing in the joy. There's nothing missing in the world. You're not experiencing joy because you don't realize you have the creator of the world who gave us everything. So that's the first part of your inner world success. The second part of your inner world success is your relationship with yourself. And that's wellness. First one is faith, security, well-being. Good feeling, naturally, it's your natural state. It's got nothing to do with you, what you do or don't do. It's got nothing to do with others and what they do or don't do, who's in your life. It's got nothing to do with any form. It's just you are created to be aware of God and experience assurance in your heart. All right. Second one is your relationship with yourself. Wellness. I told you, I've covered well-being until the cows come home. If you don't get well-being by now, I don't think you'll ever get well-being. If you got well-being, here comes wellness. Wellness is when you realize, I have a self. I have a self. I am supported in being me. I am supported in being myself. I am enjoying not only existing, which is well-being, as a human being, favored creation of God. I'm enjoying being a human being, the favored creation of God. I'm enjoying being the joy of being. See, the joy of being. That's the joy of existing. Let's put it that way. The joy of being, the joy of existing. It's got nothing to do with anything. Just existing is joyful. I exist. Woohoo! It's joy. The joy of existing, the joy of being. And now is the joy of being myself. The joy of being myself. Well-being is when you are in your joyful expression, joyful application. I'm enjoying being myself. I'm enjoying being myself. Again, it's got nothing to do with anybody else. It's got nothing to do with what people do or don't do. It's got nothing to do with money. It's got nothing to do with forms. I'm enjoying being myself. Just expressing myself. Like I'm here, I'm feeling that I exist as a human being. I'm so happy. It's so abnormal in the world. The world sees it as, the world is so abnormal. Let me say it properly. The world is so abnormal. There's something like existing as a human being favored by God. Everything is working out for us. Food is growing. Nothing is missing. Nothing is lacking. We're given what? We're all okay. Everybody's okay in the King. God's love is upon us. We all have guidance. That's not enough for a deeply Satan-worshipping person. That's not enough. It's enough for a believer. More than enough for us to be joyful, to experience spiritual joy. And now that I can be myself, I can enjoy being myself. The first one is I exist. I'm free to exist. I am free in my existence. I am free in my existence. Because we depend on God. He's taking care of everything. It's not on us. We don't need anything. We don't need to do anything to exist. We don't need to do anything to continue to exist. We exist and will continue to exist in this world through death and beyond. We don't need to do anything to exist. There's no need. We couldn't do anything. God created us. So, I exist. I'm free in my existence. I'm free. I'm existing freely. I'm humble before God, that it is because of God I am and I continue to be, and I've been and I will continue. Every moment I've lived is because of God. I'm humble before God, right? I'm thankful to God for my existence. I'm happy to exist. If I told you I'm going to give you all the money in the world, but I'm not going to, you don't take away your existence, you'll be like, no. Then why don't you feel happy about your existence? Why don't you appreciate your existence? If I told you I want marriage, I want this, I'll give you everything, but take away your existence, you'll be like, no. So, well-being, I am existing freely. I'm not needy, I'm not greedy. There's nothing I need to do, there's nothing I need of the world to be. I already am. I already am existing. I already am existing. I'm enjoying being. I'm enjoying existing. Aren't you enjoying existing? Didn't you know you can enjoy existing? No, nobody told me. Well, that's how unconscious and subconscious people are. They're so in a trance with Satan, they don't know the joy of existing. I exist. I'm so happy that I exist. You know what? If I exist tonight through my death and beyond, I'll be happy. If I live in this world tonight through my death and beyond, even fine. You know what I mean? I exist. I'm so happy if I'm around tomorrow in this world, living tomorrow, I'm so happy. Of course, my existence and my living is two different things. I exist as a spiritual being, but I live as a human being. And I'm happy that I have lived and I live, and I'm happy that I will continue to live. I'm so happy, chances are I'll be around tomorrow. Woohoo! Aren't you happy that you might be around tomorrow? You see, people don't know, they're ungrateful. Oh, I said thank you for my this and my that. I said thank you. But what about your existence as a human being, as a favored creation of God? What about how happy are you that you've existed all to this point, through your death and beyond? How happy are you that you're going to be existing tomorrow? But if you don't exist tomorrow, but you will exist whether you're alive or dead. But we're talking about living tomorrow. Living. I'm happy to live. I've got things to do. I'm not ready to go just yet. God, you know what I mean? I'm getting closer to God, as you can see. Expanding in my spiritual joy. Spiritual joy. But now we're talking about wellness. But I exist as myself. I'm enjoying existing. But I'm also enjoying being myself. I'm enjoying being myself. Enjoying being myself has got nothing to do with anybody else or anything else. I can enjoy being myself. I can enjoy expressing myself. I can enjoy applying myself, regardless of car, house, money, forms, outer world. So, I am happy. I'm happy. I'm joyful. I'm joyful. So not only do I experience spiritual joy, inner world success, but I'm joyful. I'm expressing myself. I'm being myself. I'm allowing myself. God has allowed me. God accepts me. God appreciates me. I allow me. I accept me. I be me. I freely express myself. And I fully apply myself. So I am free in my existence. And I'm free. I'm freely being myself. I'm enjoying being myself. You see, people don't focus on this. I'm giving you the secrets of the universe, right? Right here. People are chasing the world of form. They think that because they don't have something in the world of form, they're feeling bad. They think the world of form is going to give them something. Now you know. You don't have to live as a Satan-worshipping person, believing all that rubbish. Now you know, potentially, you can experience spiritual joy, well-being, okayness, security, faith. You can feel good naturally now, because you're created to feel good naturally. God gave us a sense of humor. And not only that, but gave us a sense of self. We have a sense of self. There's a me, my creative self. There's a me. I can enjoy expressing myself. I can enjoy freely being me, enjoying freely expressing myself. This wellness is got to do with my true self, personality. Well-being that I spoke to you at length before this has got to do with my real self, spiritual nature. So I feel good with God as a spiritual being, connected, loved, the kindness of God upon us, His availability for us, His sufficiency for us. That's my spiritual, real nature. That's my real self, aware and experiencing being, existing as a human being, aware what I have, that we are supported, sorted and supplied. We are cared for and considered, championed and cherished. I can see that, I can appreciate that. That's spiritual, that's well-being. Wellness is where I am being myself. I don't need money to be myself. I don't need a partner to be myself. I don't need a job to be myself. I can be and express myself fully and freely now. Joyfully express myself. I can allow myself natural good feelings of expression, which is what I've been doing for a while, if you know me. I don't care who's around, where I am. I'll be me. I'll enjoy being me. Respectfully. But I'll enjoy being me. So that's wellness. There's more to wellness, which I will explain at some further point in terms of your relationship with yourself. Like how you have the 7 spiritual practices. You have practices and activities that you engage in that allows your real self to experience the lightness of being. Similarly, there's practices and activities that support you in experiencing being yourself fully and freely, enjoying being yourself. You can be a support to your own joyfulness. You can be a support to you having fun, being playful, enjoying yourself. And talk about those kinds of practices and supports. How you can be a parent to yourself that you never had. How you can relate to you in a way nobody else related to you. How you can be caring to you. This is your relationship with yourself. Inner support, right? Inner world success. How we know how God is relating to us and that we are by His favor and His permission, and we continue to be. And we are human beings and given capacities and capabilities, faculties, abilities, faculties, resources, creativity, skills, endowments. You can realize that we've been given by God. We have what has been given. We have God who has given to us. We have what has been given. And we can feel good with that level of awareness. That's God's caring for us. And we can relate to God in a way that He'll benefit us. 7 spiritual practices. We can relate to God in a way that He'll further benefit us. That means we can release the blocks and barriers to experiencing God's further blessings. That's a better way of saying it. But we can also relate to ourselves. We can also relate to ourselves. Allowing, accepting, appreciating, presencing us, allowing us to speak, allowing ourselves to assert ourselves, allowing ourselves to represent ourselves, respect ourselves. We can be in our personal power. Not only well-being is spiritual power, but wellness is personal power. It's your selffulness. We'll talk a lot about that as we go through more detail. I just want you to understand that you, each one of you, have a potential to experience spiritual joy. If you choose to become aware of God, have a connection with God, a relationship with God, if you have practices and activities that support you in spiritual development, spiritually high vibration, high density experiencing, you'll experience spiritual joy. You'll have that inner good feeling. The natural inner good feeling of just being, the joy of being, the joy of existing. You'll be happy that you exist as a human being, as a favorite creation of God. you'll be in that level of spiritual joy. And now we're talking about when you know God has created you and has given you your unique true self, that you can be in your own authority. You are the authority. You can presence yourself. You are the authority in your own life. You can participate in your life. You can ensure you benefit yourself. You see, that's joyful expression. When I go to the hairdresser, I say, please don't use the blade here. You can use it here. You can use it there. Trim it like this. Can you do it like this? Can you do it like that? That's me joyfully expressing myself. That's not me being the shy chap anymore, hoping and wishing that the guy will do it right. And if he doesn't do it right, I'll say, oh, it's a bad barber I went to. This is me when I go into a store to buy something. I'll ask questions. If I'm eating at a restaurant, I'll say, please, can I have more sauce? Please, can I have this, that? Can you warm this up? It's me expressing myself. I can express myself in support of my own benefit. I can express myself in this world. My ability to express myself, thank you, God. Animals can't do that. We can do it. I feel the joy of expressing myself, applying myself. I'm applying myself in this presentation with you today. It might look natural. It is for me. But I'm applying myself. I'm not just sitting here and thumb sucking. I am sharing something with you. I can share it with you. I really am sharing something with you here. In a way that I want to express myself. I told you in Durban, they asked me to speak at an event. And I spoke. After that, we went to the cake to cut the cake, and all this lady next to me, she says to me, Ashraf. I said, what? She said, everybody says the same thing, but you said it in a way that I can understand. I said, you know why? Einstein said, if you can't explain it well enough, you don't understand it well enough. See, I can express. I'm happy that I can express. It wasn't always like that. Are you happy that you can express yourself? You can be yourself. Were you allowed to be yourself? Do you allow yourself to be yourself? Do you allow yourself to be there for you? Do you allow yourself to own your personal power? Oh, no amount, husband, wife, children, grandchildren, money, car, house, curtains, tiles, whatever you want. Nothing in the world can be a substitute, not only for your well-being, but your wellness. Nothing in the world is a substitute for your well-being and your wellness. Nothing. See where inner world success comes from. The inner good feeling that the world can't give you. But if you have your well-being, and if you have your wellness, if you're in your spiritual power, and if you are in your personal power, and one more, that is your wealth consciousness. Or let's go into God, self, life. Lifefulness, if you want to call it that way. Lifefulness. So, the inner good feeling, this multi-dimensional feeling of like I'm a creation of God. I couldn't be, but here I am. And God is taking care of us in every moment. I'm vulnerable, but God is the support for my existence and my continued existence and favored existence at that. He's here for us. He's got our back. He's giving us guidance to tell us where we went astray, how to come back, to remember Him and His favors. And you will attain felicity, the Quran tells us. You'll attain success, happiness. If you remember God and remember God abundantly, you will attain felicity. You will attain success. This profound satisfaction I'm talking about, which is true worldly success and that leads to true afterworldly success. If you don't get it right in this world, I got bad news for you. In the next world, it won't be right. If you get it right in this world, the next world leads. This is why the Quran tells us, for those who have faith and conduct themselves honorably, whether they're male or female, theirs is a life satisfied, tayyib, and an afterlife blissful. So, if you know now that people, things, and experiences in the world, the world of form, it can't make you secure. It can't give you spiritual joy. And it can't give you the joyful feeling of being yourself. That you can experience being a creation of God in His care, and you can experience being yourself. The joyfulness of being yourself. The joy of being yourself freely, fully, joyfully, and joyfully being yourself. The joy of fully and freely being yourself. I'm just looking for my charger. Give me a moment. So there you have it, right? There's this joy of being connected in the relationship with God, and nothing and nobody in the world is going to trump that. And if you don't have that joy with the relationship with God, your turning to the world is going to be empty. And secondly, your expression of yourself, the importance of expressing yourself, the joy of expressing yourself. Let me not say importance, but the importance of the joy of expressing. Being yourself, being playful, having fun, happily asserting yourself, a gift to represent yourself, to express yourself, to enjoy yourself. And so what is lifefulness? If we have Godfulness and selffulness and lifefulness, the third part of it, what is lifefulness? What is lifefulness? And that is, I am engaging, participating, I'm living. I'm living. So there's I'm existing, there is I am existing, which is I'm being, and I'm being myself. I'm being myself. And I'm enjoying living my life, lifefulness. I'm living my life. I am living my life. I'm living my life authentically. So there's autonomy, I'm free, creation of God in the care of God. Authority, I'm in my personal power. And now authenticity, I am living my life. I'm living my life. I'm happy that I'm living my life. I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm living my life. I'm happy. See, you can live your life just as you can be yourself. You can live your life. I'm enjoying living my life. I'm enjoying choosing, deciding, making choices, making decisions, choosing my life, choosing my future. I'm participating, I'm engaging in my life. I'm happy. You get what I mean? That I'm living my life. I'm living my life on my own terms. I'm free, not only as a creation of God in the care of God, I need nothing. I have God. And I'm free to be me. But I'm also free to live my life. I'm free to choose. I'm free to decide. I'm free to determine. I'm free to desire. I'm free to go the direction I want to go in. I'm free to claim the potentials that I have. I'm free to claim the possibilities that I have. So this is the third part of it, lifefulness, authentic living. So, quick recap. I exist. I am enjoying existing. I am free. Nothing is needed of me because there's God. He created me, He continues me, gave me everything I have. I am free. I'm enjoying existing. I already exist. I'm supported in existing. I'm supported in enjoying existing. I enjoy existing as a favored creation of God. I enjoy being my real self, multidimensionally aware and experiencing. I'm enjoying the connection, right? The multidimensional connection, the expansion into the well-being which is natural beyond the mind and its ideas and its emotions and reactions of the phantom self. I'm expanded beyond the phantom self. I'm experiencing well-being. It feels awesome right here, right now. Whether I got food, clothing, shelter, nothing, anything, everything, I can experience well-being now. A natural good feeling state. And the second one is I'm enjoying being myself. I'm enjoying fully being myself. It's joyful to be myself, to express myself, to assert myself, to apply myself, to represent myself. It feels good as an adult. Maybe as a child you weren't allowed, you were discouraged. Maybe you never had anybody to role model. But you can learn as an adult to experience being joyful, playful, happily communicating. And then the third one I introduced was lifefulness, that I am free to choose. I am free to determine my future. I am free to desire. I am free to live my life. I am free to choose the life I want to live. I am free to claim my potentials and possibilities. I am supported in living my life. I am supported, given potentials and possibilities. Remember the word support, connection, relationship. This is all one and the same. So I'm now enjoying living my life. It's my life. I'm choosing how I want to live it. I'm choosing what it will be in terms of potentials and possibilities. I'm within through God given the gift to determine my future. I'm choosing it. I'm choosing to live I'm enjoying living my life. Now notice no form has entered the picture. This is what it means to be multidimensionally grounded. I'm teaching you as a believer how you're more connected to your multidimensional natural good feelings. All this is natural good feeling. It feels good to exist as a favorite creation of God in the care of God, free of need, not needing anything, not greedy. Worthy creation of God. It feels good to be aware and experience well-being. It feels good to express myself and apply myself. Try it sometimes. Let yourself enjoy your self-expression and see. It feels good to respect and have regard, assert yourself, share yourself, presence yourself. It feels good naturally. And it feels good to freely live your life, to freely engage, to participate, to appreciate, to value life. That I'm alive, and while I'm alive, I get to be the artist of my life. I get to choose my destiny. I get to dream and desire and be inspired and enthused. You see, that first one is security, okayness. The second one is like passion. I can passionately express myself. I can express eagerly. And the third one is I'm inspired, enthused. All good feeling that is beyond the mind and beyond the body. It's your higher spiritual self, real self, true self, and authentic self. This allows you to actually move into your individuality. It is your individuality that will allow you to draw into your life and have what has already been given. Now I'm going to explain this more deeply. Everything that would support you in this world, in your happiness, everything in this world that will support you in your enjoyment of this world in a healthy way, everything in this world that's going to serve you in living a tayyib life, a life of God's favors, already exists in the world. It already exists in the world. And you don't have to go and get it. This outer happiness, this outer success, outer world success, happens automatically when you got your inner world success. When you are connected with God, connected with yourself, connected with your life, and you're interested in enjoying your potentials and possibilities, and you say, I have these potentials and possibilities, I'm inspired to live them, I'm inspired to feel good, even better than I feel now. From this okayness of security, from the spiritual joy of security, and from the joyful expression and joyful application of true selffulness, from that enjoyment of life, of being alive and living your life and choosing what you're going to have and do in your life and what you're going to live for and what you can have in the world, potentials and possibilities, that's the enjoyment of this world. From that spiritual joy, that joyfulness and that enjoyment energy, you will automatically, through standing in your individuality, have everything that is meant for you at the highest level of your destiny. I'm going to say that again. The things that people are chasing in the world or coveting that others have, like feeling jealous and whatever. The things that people think, if I had it, I want it, I'm going to go and get it. When I get it, I'm going to be happy. These are the things of form. They will come to you and you will experience having it. That is your happiness. I urge you to go back to the first track and listen to it and understand the distinction between these levels of feeling good. I said to you, the outer world, when you have a real success, a real outer success, when you have the man, the woman, the money, the job, when you have that level of satisfaction that hits the spot, that's God's good for you, that's what's right for you, when you have that happiness, that is real success. Real success is when you experience real outer world success is when you experience happiness in the world. Happiness in the world is a function of you first being secure, okay, spiritual joy. Second, being selfful, joyful expression, freely expressing yourself joyfully, enjoying applying yourself, that passion of being yourself, fully being yourself. Secondly, that's your joyfulness. The spiritual joy, okayness, security, there's joyfulness, that is selffulness, that's enjoying being yourself, expressing yourself. Then I told you there's enjoying living your life. That is happiness. That is happiness. I'm happy that I can choose and decide the potentials and possibilities that exist for me. I'm happy that I can determine. I'm happy that there already is potentials and possibilities. I'm happy that God has put people, things, and experiences in this world. I'm happy that nothing is missing, nothing is lacking. Not in me, not in the world. When you come from the spiritual joy, the joyful expression, the enjoyment of life, when you are happy, this is happy. The joy, the joyful, the enjoyment. When you are happy, and you can be happy without people, things, and experiences. And when you are happy, secure, selfful, satisfied in a sense, Godful, selfful, lifeful, when you are feeling good about God, when you have God esteem, when you have human esteem, when you have self-esteem, body esteem, life esteem, afterlife esteem, when you feel good now, that is happy. That is happy. And happiness has got nothing to do with anybody or anything in the world. Happiness has got to do with what I told you, experiencing and expressing natural good feeling, because that is what you are meant to feel. That's how we feel without the mind, without the ego. You feel good, you flow energy. when you're feeling this happiness, now, by expressing yourself authentically and stepping into your individuality, you will reveal that you already have happiness. Happiness is outer world success in the truest form. It's happiness. It's not happiness. Outer world cannot make you secure, cannot make you okay, cannot make you experience joy, joyfully express yourself, joyfully apply yourself. It can't do that. It cannot make you live happily, that you are alive and you're living and you're engaging and you're participating and you're appreciating and you're valuing life and you have potentials and possibilities and you're choosing to feel good. Nothing in the world has that power. Nobody in the world has that power. If you feel this happiness, if you feel this level of happiness, you can express your individuality. And as you express your individuality, you will have happiness. Happiness. The world of form, people, things, and experiences can serve you in happiness, just as you serve me in happiness. I want you to understand something. You being in my life is a gift of God. This is an opportunity for me to experience happiness. It's not that you are here that I'm happy. I am happy, even if you're here or not. It's not that because you are here, I'm secure. I am secure whether you're here or not. But because I'm secure, because I'm in spiritual joy, and because I'm in joyful expression, and because I'm into enjoyment of life, I'm happy. It's got nothing to do with you. But as I feel that happiness, and I choose to express my individuality, I'm saying that I want to teach, but I want to teach what I know from within my being. I don't want to teach what I learned at university. I don't want to teach what I learned from my parents. I don't want to teach what I learned from my tribe. I don't want to regurgitate all the teachings that really haven't benefited us. I want to teach as an individual what God has shared with me. I want to share it with you. This is me being individual. You understand? I am an individual. And because I'm an individual, I can have this unique experience of having individuals like you in this classroom. And I can have the happiness with you in this classroom. And if I'm like that, I can have the happiness like that with a partner. I can have happiness like that in work, wherever, with money. So this is a basic conception that I want to share with you, because I'm going to unpack it at deeper and deeper levels. I encourage you to go back and listen to all the material now up until this point. It's now an hour, actually 1 hour 40 minutes in we are. I would encourage you to listen and re-listen to this 1 hour 40 minutes. The recording will be on this chat. Skype goes out end of this month. By now you know that. Please move over to Teams. If you need any support, please request it from Antonia. Or we can assist you if you require it as a group. We can tell you what to do and all that. But all you have to do, basically, stop using Skype. It'll give you a button. Press the button. Move over to this that I'm using now. So in a few days, in less than 10 days, Skype will be no more. We give thanks for Skype and for the service it gave us all these years for free. Now, to have the version that I have to pay for the paid version, otherwise you just get 1 hour free. So I don't want to have 1 hour switch off and tell you to come back on. So I just got the paid version, and we can continue up to 30 hours on Teams. The only problem is you can't record. So if you want to listen to this recording, I suggest you listen to it before the end of the month. If you want to listen to the video recording. If you want to listen to the audio recording, it will be on Synology, courtesy of Antonia. So I'm going to stop there for now and open the floor for sharing before I continue with 2 parts. So the floor is open. If you don't know how to raise your hand and you haven't learned it yet, it's fine. Just unmute yourself and You can speak. You want to share?